Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Johnny 316. I had never heard of this movie before. I was just browsing Tubi the other day, and I was browsing the section. It's called First Time on Tubi, and I didn't really see anything that piqued my interest. That's a fantastic section though. You always get like weird, obscure, random movies in that section. That's where I find a lot of cool stuff. But I didn't really find anything that piqued my interest, and then I saw this movie, Johnny 316, with Vincent Gallo on the cover, and I'm like, this seems kind of interesting. And I looked at it. It was like a shorter runtime, which I'm a fan of shorter movies. And yeah, I looked into it, and I guess this is almost like a lost movie. It's kind of a rare movie, so it's cool that it's on a streaming service now. Shouts out to Tubi because they get movies that are not on like any other streaming service. Like they have like the Harmony Korine movie, Mr. Lonely. They have like all the Frank Henenlotter movies. They get just crazy, weird, obscure movies. Like Tubi, they have like, big budget, mainstream, newer movies, but they just have so many titles. I feel like they have like more titles than any other service. So you get a great mix of everything. You get like the big, like mainstream blockbusters. You get the kind of weird like art house movies, the kind of like schlocky B horror movies. You get it all on Tubi. So yeah, basically, I found this movie on the recently or the first time on Tubi section, and I looked into it. It's kind of a rare movie. It was kind of a lost movie. So basically, it never got a theatrical release. It was shown at one festival when like around the time it came out, like 1998, and then it was like shelved for a while, I guess you would say, or it was just it was they had to like add some stuff. Like it wasn't, I guess it was like shown in 1998, but it wasn't completed, so they had to like add some more. They had to like film some more stuff and add some more footage in there. So it was like re-released at a festival in 2006 or 2007, and then it just like disappeared again, and then it popped up on YouTube in 2012, and then like maybe it's still on YouTube. I don't know, probably not, but yeah, this is kind of like a rare, mysterious movie, and it's like the lost Vincent Gallo movie. He didn't like write or direct it, but he stars in it, and he's kind of got like a cult following. So yeah, it's kind of like a cool like lost movie. So yeah, it's got a little cool, like an interesting little history. But I kind of like built it up and said all that cool positive stuff about the movie, but just to be honest, I'm gonna give you all my overall opinion here. I was not a fan of this. There was some stuff that I liked, and I didn't hate it by any means, but yeah, it's just I did not really like it. This is not something that I would watch again. I didn't have that great of a time with it. It wasn't a super fun watch. Not that this type of like, I guess you would call it like an art house movie. That's the best way I could describe it. I don't know, but like an art house movie. I guess it's not supposed to be like super fun, but it should be like entertaining. This was not that entertaining, in my opinion. But anyways, I'm gonna get into the plot summary here. So, Vincent Gallo plays this street preacher. He just like hops up on a milk crate, and he wears this beautiful white suit. He looks very dapper. Like he he has some like swag, like low key, like I mean he's a dapper young gentleman in this movie with the draped in the white suit. He's got the white suit, and then he's just like on a milk crate on the street corner outside of a liquor store, like, hey, uh, God bless you, God loves you, you know, stuff like basic, street preacher stuff, trying to spread the word of God. Some people really mess with his teachings. They think he is like a legit holy man or like a prophet of some sort, and then other people are just like, man, get out of my face. Like I'm not trying to hear about the Lord today. I'm just trying to go about my business. So yeah, Vincent Gallo's character, he's on the street corner preaching, and basically there's this young woman, and she is a hairdresser, and she's just kind of flipping out. She's just like lost. She's spiritually lost, and she's just completely flipping out. She's like just, I don't know. She just like something comes over her and she just goes nuts. Like she's just cutting like old lady's hair, and then she just starts like vomiting, and then she just like runs out. And that woman had a weird vibe the entire movie. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. She kind of creeped me out. She had like a freaky vibe. I don't know. Not the actual actress, but the character was just strange. But anyways, she's like kind of this lost soul, and she's it's kind of like a seedy part of Hollywood, and she's like there's this like pimp who's trying to holler at her, and he's like very inappropriate, and he's trying to take advantage of her, and she's just lost. We don't know her past, but maybe she had a shady past. Whatever. She's lost. She needs some positive vibes in her life. So she comes across, not across, she comes across Vincent Gallo's character, and he's doing his thing. He's on the corner preaching it up, and she's just like, oh my goodness, I found what I've been looking for. Like this is the meaning and purpose that my life needs. Like this holy man, like he could save me, So she just like stalks him and tries to be his girlfriend, and tries to get intimate with him, and he's just like not having it, because he's like, I'm a man of God, I'm not about that life. Like I'm not gonna be kissing ladies out here because they got cooties and stuff, so I'm not trying to get that. Like I don't know, like I'm not trying to get chronic cooties out here. I'm not trying to get terminal cooties, so you can miss me with that, young lady. So he's just like, step off, like get out of here, like get out of my face with that. So basically, the rest of the movie, Vincent Gallo, he's preaching it up, he's doing his thing, and then this woman is just like constantly just simping over him, trying to get him, like by any means necessary. So that is the basic plot summary. There's like not a lot of story, so it might not sound like I gave an in-depth plot summary, but there's really not too much to the story. So yeah, there you go. So jumping into the actual review and some of my thoughts, my first thought that I want to get into is this movie was all style and no substance, in my opinion. So I thought this movie looked absolutely beautiful. Like a lot of the lighting, there was some scenes in like a dark room that are just lit beautifully, and it's like this seedy part of Hollywood, and there's all these neon lights. Like the movie is lit beautifully. There's all these random close-ups, like there'll just be someone like eating like mashed sweet potatoes, and it'll just be like a close up, and there's like kind of like a, I don't know, there's just like a good look to a movie, like whatever lens they use or whatever color grading they did, or maybe it was shot on film, I don't know, but like someone will there'll just be like a close up of some mashed sweet potatoes, and you'll be like, wow, that's just aesthetically pleasing, that's just beautiful. Like, I don't, I'm just kind of joking, but like really like the 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 cinematography, the variety of shots, the yeah, the cinematography in this was beautiful, and there was a variety of shots. I don't know, I'm not like articulating myself well, but the film had a very, very nice look to it. It looked good, and it was kind of shot in some sequences in like this like unique experimental way, and there was a lot of slow motion, and there was like a lot of like dream-like little sequences. So the movie looked great, which kind of makes sense because I was looking into it, and the writer director of this movie, he dabbled in like all kinds of artistic pursuits, but he dabbled in music videos, so it makes sense that he would have a, strong visual style. But you know even though the visuals were on point, there was like no substance. Like the movie just like meandered around. It was like hard to figure out what was happening. There they didn't like that there like the characters backstory, like there was nothing really explained about the characters. There was not a lot of plot. Like there was just, even though the movie looked great and there were some cool sequences and some fun moments, there was like barely any story. I didn't know anything about the characters. Most of the time I didn't even know what the heck was going on, and that is not good. I have to be able to know what's going on in a movie. Like if you want to be experimental, that's cool. If you want to be kind of ambiguous, cool, but I need to be able to follow what the heck is happening on the screen, okay? So that's a problem I had. And kind of related to that, I reviewed The Brown Bunny recently on the channel. This movie was similar to that movie. I know, Vincent Gallo didn't write or direct Johnny 316, but I mean he's in it, so I can kind of make the connection. That movie was like The Brown Bunny was really quiet and it didn't have a lot of story. That's how this was. There was like so many like long sequences where there's just like not a lot happening, no dialogue. The whole movie was very quiet. There was not a lot of dialogue. There would just be like, it would just be like Vincent Gallo just eating an orange. It would be like Vincent Gallo like ripping an artichoke apart. Like it would just be like, there was like not like, I'm like, what is happening? Like even there would be a lot of sequences with multiple characters together on screen. They're just not even talking to each other, just like sitting in a room, and then Vincent Gallo's in like some weird bubble thing. I don't know. So this was similar to The Brown Bunny in the fact that there was not a lot of dialogue and not a lot of story, and I said that I did not like that movie because of that. This movie had a little bit more going on. Like there were more locations. There was more of a variety of shots, more of a variety of angles, but it was still the same type of deal where there was like no dialogue. The movie was so quiet, and there was like barely any story going on. So yeah, I pretty much talked about like all of the negative things that I really didn't like about the movie. Now I'm gonna get into a couple kind of fun things that I did like, and then I'm gonna wrap things up. So basically, when the girl follows Vincent Gallo's character to his apartment, she keeps trying to like touch him and kiss him and all this stuff, and he's sitting there like totally calm, perfectly straight face, and he just like quietly he's like, don't touch me. Like she'll like try to like caress him, or she'll like try to like kiss on him or like touch him in like kind of like a sensual way, and he's just like, he just stands there like straight face, don't touch me, don't touch me. And that wasn't supposed to be funny, but I actually, that was the only time during the movie that I laughed out loud, like when he would just quietly be like, don't touch me, please don't touch me. Like it was just, it was like the way he delivered it, and the fact that he was just straight faced. It was just, I don't know why, like I said, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious. So that was something I really liked. And then there was actually some intentional comedy in the movie. So you know, the main characters pretty much, well, not pretty much, the main characters play it absolutely straight. Like Vincent Gallo's character is the straight man. Like this fool doesn't even crack a smile. Like he is devoted to his mission of, like, you know, spreading the word of God, and you know, all that stuff. So he's like the straight man. He's very serious, but all the little side characters in this movie are like the comic relief. Like they're like, they won't, they do interact with the main characters, but the for the most part we see the side characters, and they're not like interacting with anyone else. They're talking directly to the audience. It's almost like a like a documentary where they're just like talking straight to the audience about like Vincent Gallo's character. And there's so many funny instances where these side characters just say like the most outlandish, hilarious stuff, and I absolutely love that. I thought that was like the highlight of the movie. Like there's this one liquor store owner, and it, you know, like I said, like Vincent Gallo's character, he you know, stands outside of this liquor store and preaches, and the liquor store owner like gives him free food. And it's kind of funny because Vincent Gallo's character, he'll just get like one egg, and the liquor store owner, he's like talking to the audience, he's like, why does he takes one egg, I'm trying to give him the whole carton. He's like, how am I gonna sell, who's gonna buy 5 eggs? He's like, he screws me over, what am I gonna do? But you know what, at the end of the day, he says, you know, God bless you, so then I don't have to go to church, so it's all right. So that was really funny. And then the same character, the liquor store owner, he's talking to the audience again. He's like, you know, I get why he does this scam. You know, he gets free food, everybody loves him, but at the end of the day, you know, I know what's going on. He's just like the rest of us. He's just doing this to get women. So, I mean, he doesn't really say women. He says some other stuff, but I don't want to be like, you know, inappropriate on here, because I don't know what YouTube's rules are nowadays. You know, it's not like 2012 YouTube. It's like 2024 YouTube. So I don't want. I mean, I could say stuff. It's not like I'm monetized or anything, but you get what I'm trying to say. He's like, yeah, he's just doing this to get women. So that was really funny. And then there are these little like side characters at the apartment, and when Vincent Gallo's character, I know I keep saying Vincent Gallo's character, like his name's Johnny. I don't know why maybe I'll just start saying Johnny now. I already have just been saying Vincent Gallo's character, but that's kind of a mouthful. So Johnny is it's like late in the review, and now I'm finally saying the character's name. What are you gonna do? But anyways, Johnny goes up to his room, and that weird young lady follows him up, and they're just in the room for hours and hours, and they're just like sitting around staring at the wall. But all of the neighbors, all of the other residents in the apartment, they're like speculating like what's happening. They think that they're getting it on, and they're like, it's been like 3 hours, like that's a serious session, like they're they're like he's like a distance runner with that endurance. He's lasting 3 hours, and then they're like, I saw the girl. She walked out of the room. She was just smiling ear to ear, like he must have really laid that pipe game like crazy. I mean, she didn't say that, but basically, so that was really fun. So yeah, those are just some examples. But yeah, the highlight of the movie for me was the side characters, like saying all these little funny things to the audience. I absolutely loved that. I thought it was actually really funny. Like, and it was intentionally funny, and it was it worked. It was hilarious. So that part of the movie I really did like. But yeah, overall, not a fan of Johnny 316. But I mean, Vincent Gallo went hard, and it was a cool, like, experimental take on a movie. Like, it was different, so it was like cool to experience once. But yeah, it wasn't really my cup of tea. So in terms of a recommendation, um, even though I didn't like it, I would still recommend it because you know of how rare it is, and like it finally came on streaming. So you know I would say, like, if you're a fan of like other Vincent Gallo movies, I would say just check it out, because it's like the Lost Vincent Gallo movie. It's kind of cool just to see once. It's cool for the experience, for the one time. But don't like go in with any expectations that it's going to be a super entertaining uh, movie, because it's not. But there's a couple, fun moments. So there you go. But anyways, I'm gonna head out here. I've said everything that I wanted to say, and I just want to say thank you all for watching, and peace out.